Hey friend, you are back with the AriesAlchemist for another general tarot reading. This is for my earth signs. So if you're a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising, something in this motherfucker is for you. So far we have the King of Wands in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, the Two of Cups, Eight of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. I'll clarify those and then we'll get into what does this mean. This is feeling very relationship-y. I'll throw that out there already. Like, this feels like a romance reading. I also need I usually have my pen and stuff ready so that when something clicks, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the title. And I forgot. I'm like, is something close to me? Please, please. Paper. Okay, so King of Wands in reverse, clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. This is letting you know that the person that you share your home with, possibly your life with, things are not going that great on their end. There might not be any red flags between you guys right now. I'm feeling like this is more an internal conflict with them, but something is definitely wrong. King of Cups in reverse, clarified by the Five of Swords, is speaking again to the internal conflict that they're feeling, whether it has to do with the relationship itself or just something in their life. It's affecting the relationship. You might not know what's wrong, but you definitely can feel that something is off. Two of Cups, clarified by the Knight of Swords. They are in the zone where they're thinking like, maybe I'm not a relationship person and maybe I don't need to do this. And not that anything's wrong with you and they want to break up with you in particular, if that makes sense. Like, you didn't do anything wrong. They just don't think that they're built for commitment at this time. I'm feeling like they're just having a lot of self-defeating thoughts, negative self-talk, things like that. Like, they more so feel like you're too good for them than anything wrong with you. And so I do think I know what your title is going to be. Your partner needs reassurance. Your partner needs reassurance. Eight of Wands, clarified by the Sun in reverse. This is something, though, that'll be over with fairly quick. So now that you know, that's just to give you some peace of mind so you don't go off the deep end thinking that you're doing all these things wrong when it has nothing to really do about you, honestly. And it is going to be okay in the end. Like, you guys will most likely still be together and they'll get out of this rut, but it is going to be hard in the meantime for the two of you, and it's definitely hard for them. Queen of Cups, clarified by the Two of Swords. This is just speaking to the fact, again, that you felt like something was wrong even though you didn't know what it was, so you were starting to think that it was you. And Spirit's just reminding you, confirming, reassuring you that this is not personal. So what are some affirmations you guys can recite that would help? And so this did mostly give romance vibes, but for somebody who's going to see this, this is just your best friend. So make sure you confirm, like, okay, is it my partner or my best friend before you go saying stuff that doesn't make any fucking sense. You got two affirmations that came out. I am capable of difficult things and I allow my feelings to inform me. So again, this is a lesson in trusting yourself, because yes, you were right that something's wrong, but making sure that you don't jump to conclusions about what exactly is wrong though. And no matter how hard it is, even when it just comes to the communication, that doesn't mean that it's a bad sign or that you can't get through it. It's just something for you to learn from. Let's get your word of the week. What is your word of the week? And you have enhance. Look for other ways you can enhance the relationship between you guys. How can you encourage more vulnerability and clear, more effective communication? Something to think about. The answer for all of you guys is going to be wildly different. If you want more information, of course, you can book a reading with me. But, you know, just think about your patterns and their patterns and see what can you realistically do, even if they're not in on it. For some of you, it might very well be nothing, but at least you know for sure now, like, okay, there's nothing I can do. So then you can just work on acceptance. Crystals that'll help. You have 3 that came out: rose quartz, angelite, and hematite. These are actually some of my favorites. But this angelite is going to help you with that communication piece, for it to be gentle, soft, yet gentle and soft yet assertive type of communication. The hematite will help you to stay grounded. It'll also help for you to get rid of some of the negative energy that's coming off of them, so it's not affecting you so much when you go to speak to them. And then the rose quartz, of course, is for love and nurturing. This is one that they're actually encouraging that you slip under your partner's pillow or gift them to carry with them, because they actually are the ones that really need this one. But the hematite and the angelite, that's for you. If you got all 3, like if you got 2 of each of these though and made you guys both a bag, that would be like the absolute best case scenario if you can do that. You could get 2 each of all 3 of these for $10 or less at your local metaphysical store. Most likely. Unless they're in there busting heads. But let's get a word from your ancestors now. M. Rama, it says, where are you being called to journey to? So they're telling you to really pay attention to the lesson in this. If you don't know what the lesson is, like, be more diligent about figuring out what are you supposed to be learning about yourself and your place in the world from this particular situation. That's something they really, really want you to focus on. This is an important lesson for you. If you don't get it this time, it's going to happen again. And it's not bad, but it's not very pleasant. So if you can get it this time, that would be great. I was trying to say great and best at the same time, and it came out as bait. At least it didn't come out as breast. Okay, something from your guardian angels now. And you have time to release negativity and expect powerful change. So that hematite, again, is really going to help out with getting rid of the negativity, because it is affecting you in the home to a certain extent. Like, things aren't terrible, but they're not as good as it can be. So once you cleanse out as much negativity as you can, things will change for the better, and they'll feel better faster, fortunately. Other actions you can take to just make your life easier, more enjoyable. You got reevaluate your priorities and a wake-up call. So for this, I'm getting that some of you, your lesson is just that you're not here to save or change anybody. You have to let them deal with this on your own. It's not appropriate for you at this time to come to them with a bunch of loose solutions. Like, okay, if you just go to therapy, or if you get up on time each day, or just whatever else suggestions you might have, like, that's just not going to be helpful at all for them. So this is a call for you to really focus on yourself and let them do their thing. Because if you're focused on you and they're focused on them, and you're both becoming your best self, it indirectly makes the relationship better anyway. So just focus on yourself. A word from your spirit guides. You have Magical Crystal Cave, Ascension Flames, and Create Solutions. So for these two, this is suggesting that you also carry around amethyst. That would really help you, just for you to tap more into your intuition and discernment, so that you know, like, from now on, when something is your energy and when you're not feeling good because just other energy is present and it needs cleansed. So that will really help. But it's also just telling you in general, like, remember that there's nothing too big or too small to request from your spirit team. If you are just feeling weird and you want to feel better, you can ask them, like, can y'all just help me feel better? And it really is that easy. They'll find a way. They can do it magically, in the sense that, like, they can help you chemically. I'm trying to think of the right words. Like, they can increase your serotonin levels or some shit if you need that. Like, they can do things that way. Or they might send a friend to be like, hey, do you want to hang out and do our favorite thing? Like, there's so many different ways that they can help you. You don't even have to know all the ways. You just have to open yourself up to that help. And yeah, I live by the base if you haven't been following me for a while. And at 5:30 every day that comes on. So I'll be trying to hurry up and finish my videos before then. But sometimes you hear it in the background. And it's extra funny because I don't post these when I record them. So it's like, yeah, it's 5:30, but you won't see this tonight. Or anywhere near 5:30 probably. But anyway, creative solutions is next. Because again, Spirit is saying like the things that you want to do are not the best thing to do. The right answers are counterintuitive. The best way to help them is to not try to help them. And that's a creative solution. So just accepting that. And we'll pull a cannabis oracle and be on our way. You have the Lovers. Excellent confirmation that this is not, or it doesn't have to be the end of the relationship. It's just one of them rough patches, one of them ups and downs they be talking about. Sometimes one of you will feel fucking terrible and you won't have the language and the other will be very confused. But that doesn't mean that it's a bad relationship or an unhealthy relationship. So, you know, if you want to stay together, stay together. It will work out. But that's what I have for you guys. If anything resonated, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, all that jazz. I post for you guys at least once a week each time. I'm doing them by the element now because I just was running out of energy trying to do all 12 individually. Hopefully I'll get back to that soon. If you have specific questions about your storyline, though, you can book a reading with me any day of the week. A love reading in this instance, or if you want a general reading or oracle reading, I got options, okay? I got options, baby. Just go to the link in my description. All right, y'all. Peace.